How to maximize summer break. In this video, I'm going to go over strategies you can use to set the best goals this summer to maximize your productivity and motivation. So first, before I explain how to set goals this summer, let me draw a diagram and then I'll show you something that you need to understand for the rest of this video. Let's say you're here right now and you have a goal, any goal, just to get somewhere up here. You know that your progress isn't going to be linear. It's going to look something like this. Right? It's not just a straight line. It's you make a lot of progress for a moment, then you plateau, and you end up losing a lot of the progress. And it's like that over and over again. It's very annoying, but there's really nothing you can do about it. The goal here for this video is going to be to show you how to make your summer be one of these moments and not one of these. It's very easy to think you have a lot of time this summer, so you can just relax and do whatever you want, but you end up not achieving anything, and before you know it, you're right here again, and you don't want that to happen. So continue watching the video to find out how to set the best goals you can for this summer. This video can be split into two parts. One, if you already have goals, like for the year or for any other long time period, and second, if you don't have any goals and you need to start from scratch. So first, let's assume you already have goals for the year or for 2 years or 5 years. Preferably you already have goals that you set in January of the beginning of the year and then that are due the next year, and I'll just assume that you have that. So you have the spring, the summer, and the fall so far, and you have 3 goals for this example at least. Goal A, goal B, and goal C. So you have to look at how far you already made progress in the goals that you have, and based on that you can decide how much work you need to spend on those goals during the summer. So let's say for goal A you did 20% in the spring. So what you do here is you say, okay, in the fall I'm going to do 20%, and then for the summer obviously you have 60% left over. Now, of course, 60% might seem like a lot, but you have to understand that you probably don't have a lot of work to do over the summer because obviously you don't have school, and even if you're going to summer school, that's for much less time. So this is what most goals end up being. And even if this does seem like a lot, it is probably manageable. However, what sometimes is going to happen, let's say for goal B here, in the spring you only did 5% of it. So following the rule from above, that would mean that you need to put 5% for the fall, and then you're stuck with 90 in the summer. And usually that's actually not realistic. So hopefully you're going to look at another goal you have, let's say goal C here, and you see that you already did, say, 60% of it in the spring. So when you did 60% of goal C in the spring, you can spread out the rest, 20% and 20%, or however you would want, and then that means that you're going to have much more time in the fall because you're not working on goal C, so you have time to work on goal B here. So then you could realistically say, okay, I'm going to do 20% of goal B in the fall, and then for the summer, all you got left is 75% of the goal, which, while is a lot, is more reasonable than 90%. Now, of course, the problem is, what if you don't have a goal that you're 60% done with? And in that case, honestly, the problem might be that your goals that you set for the year might just be so hard that they're not reasonable or even possible to complete. And in that case, I would recommend going back and rewriting your goals for the year, or maybe making your goals more realistic or setting smaller goals just for the summer. Alright, so now I'm going to go through an example of how you can use this strategy for your actual goals. So let's say that you have 3 goals this year. You had one goal to read 10 books, and you had one goal to exercise 3 times every week, and you had another goal to make 10 new friends because you wanted to be really social this year. And let's say that you reflect on how you've been achieving these goals so far, and you see you've read 2 books. So then you say, okay, I'm going to read 2 books in the fall and 6 in the summer. And you see, okay, I didn't really go exercise at all in the spring, and I only went 5% of the time. I'm going to have to focus a lot, and I'm going to have to go to the gym every day or very often over the summer. I know that the progress that you'll make by going a lot to the gym versus not a lot is not going to be perfectly linear. However, it does make sense that if you have been slacking on exercising previously, you should do more exercise now. Obviously, going to the gym regularly isn't really a achievement-based goal, it's more of a habit, and the habit goals aren't really perfectly accounted for in this strategy, but you can adapt it for it to make sense. So it obviously makes sense that I didn't go to the gym a lot here, so I'm going to go more in the summer and more in the fall. And then let's say here you made 6 new friends already in the in the spring. So you can make 2 in the summer and 2 in the fall. And that's how you use this for your actual goals. Now, of course, you could have a situation where you just don't have one of these goals that you're blowing out of the water, but you do have one of these goals where you're not even achieving it at all. And depending on the goal, at this point, it might be just the best situation to get rid of it completely. Now, of course, it's really important. I wouldn't recommend doing that. However, there's some goals that you may look back now and say, okay, this isn't realistic, there's no reason for me to do this, and you can just get rid of it. Now, I'm going to go over how to set goals if this is your first time doing it. Alright, now let's go over what to do if you don't have any goals set for the year and you need to start over this summer. So, here's what I would recommend. I'd say that you should have 3 goals for this summer. The first one should be something physical. So this should be some type of goal to do with exercise, such as running a 5-minute mile, for example. Or you could bench press 1 plate. This has to be something that is reasonable for you to achieve, but if you do, you'll be very proud of yourself. And also, very importantly, this goal will ensure that you stay healthy this summer. Because obviously, if you want to run faster or get stronger, you're going to need to eat healthy and you're going to need to have a good sleep schedule, because those things are obviously necessary to achieve good results physically. Then the next goal that you should have is something to do with your future. So this can be literally anything that you would want to do sometime. For example, let's say you want to read a book. It could be a self-help book, or it could be a piece of literature that you've always wanted to read. Well, now is a great time to do it. Perhaps you've always been thinking about starting a business or something like that. Well then, if you would want to do that sometime in the future, well, the future's now, so you might as well do it now. And this goal, the whole point of it is to make it so that by the end of the summer, you're in a way better spot than you were in the beginning of the summer. And you can feel proud of yourself and have the self-confidence that you could actually achieve something that you want to. Now, the third and final goal that I would recommend is starting a new habit. So hopefully this is a habit that you can start now when you have more time to actually do it, but that you'll continue doing into the school year and maybe even for the rest of your life. Something that comes to mind for me right now is that you can start meditation, or you could start cold showers, or anything else that is a habit that you can do. It shouldn't take too much time, and it's something that you can do regularly. Maybe you could also add a gratitude journaling. Choose one of those. You can do more than one if you want to, but at least do one new habit that you can start this summer. And these goals that you have, they shouldn't be the same thing. So if your goal here is to, learn how to do a pull-up without any assistance, then the habit should not be go to the gym every day. You should still do that, but that should be covered by your physical goal. The habit should be something that can assist you in achieving those goals, but it shouldn't literally be that goal. So something like meditation, for example, is going to help clear your mind and be more focused. And that's going to help you read a book if that's your goal for the future, but it's not actually reading. So your habit should not be reading. It should be something that will help you read or help you do any of your other goals. And that's everything for this video. I've went over how to set goals, whether or not you already have goals for the year, and how to be successful and productive this summer. If you want more videos like this in the future, leave a like below. Thank you for watching.